and verse 30. We're going to take this prayer. We're going to start today, and we're going to continue this prayer from the second edition. Don't forget, we are praying tomorrow. We are praying Tuesday. And Jesus answering said, so he was asked a question, who is my neighbor? Who is my neighbor? Who is my neighbor? Okay, from scriptures, we understand that the definition of neighbor, Bible standard, is not the definition of neighbor from the Oxford Advanced Dictionary. The Bible here, Jesus was trying to talk about your neighbor. So your neighbor, according to scriptures, is not the person who lives next door to you. That's our literal understanding of the word neighbor. But from scriptures, Jesus was trying to explain to them who a neighbor is. Because in verse 29, they ask, who is my neighbor? And Jesus gave a parable. He painted a scenario, trying to depict what neighbor is. He willing to justify himself, said to Jesus, who is my neighbor? Because Jesus said to him, love thy neighbor as thyself. So he was trying to explain. Okay, now, this is going to be a different teaching entirely. Because there are people that tell you should love everybody. You should love everyone. Just love everybody. That's not what the Bible tells you. That's not what the Bible tells you. You should have love. You should have love. But the Bible needs to just dispense your love to everybody. That's not what the Bible tells us. Jesus said, love your neighbor as yourself. So, who is your neighbor? This man was trying to explain. Who is your neighbor? Jesus was trying to explain out who is your neighbor. And if we get into that teaching, it's going to be a different ball game. You now understand that you don't just dispense love on everybody. There are some people that are deserving of love. So at the end of the day, you don't get hurt. Okay, God knows how fragile emotions are and how human we are. So when he's talking about neighbor here, we can discover later on what he meant by the word neighbor. The person who showed support, the person who shows care. So speaking, what God was trying to let you know is that you don't just dispense. It's only God that loves the world. Only God is in that place where he loves the whole world. You can't just love everybody. Don't have hate. Have love in you. But the love you have in you is not necessarily meant for everybody. You can like people. You can trust them. But you don't have to love everybody. Okay? You can have the love of Jesus for people. But the love that is dispensed from the heart of a mortal to another mortal is only ascribed to the Lord. Now we're going to pray against destiny manipulation. What moved a man from a city of peace to a fragrant place? Because the fragrant place was an apparition. It wasn't real. It was an apparition. But the city of peace was tangible. It was founded in peace. That was a manipulation. From Jerusalem to Jericho. From Jerusalem to Jericho. From Jerusalem to Jericho. So that was already a problem. There was already something not right there. Most of us today have been attracted out of the plan of God, and we've been attracted into error. Many have entered into marriages like that. We are attracted and later got destroyed. Manipulation, a wrong journey. Some have set out for business like that, manipulated, a wrong journey. They left their Jerusalem into Jericho. Many have gone to different careers, different endeavors, different fields. Manipulated from Jerusalem, they went to Jericho. Everything that happened to this man was on the premise and the platform and the foundation of this error. Manipulated from Jerusalem to Jericho. Just like Samson was manipulated. Samson, if you see Judges chapter 14, you read verse 3. When Samson saw the Philistine lady, the father said, why this? He said, she pleases me well. It's what I want. It was a manipulation. Judges 14 verse 3. She pleases me well. Get her for me. I want her. I want her. It was a manipulation. So we're going to pray today. In my life, I reject destiny manipulation.
Amen.
I reject destiny manipulation.
Amen.
Oh Lord, in my life, my destiny will not be manipulated.
Amen.
You will type that down. My destiny will not be manipulated.
Amen.
Hashtag wonders without number. Everyone watching online, type it. On your social media handles, type it. Type it on Facebook, type it on YouTube, type it on IG. My destiny will not be manipulated. That's the prayer we're going to pray now. those steps, those emotions, those reactions, those sentiments, those religiosity that you just react. Your reactions, your actions, your inactions that makes you take step, and that become the advent of your pain, advent of your trouble, advent of your humiliation, advent of anything you go through. You will pray, my destiny will not be manipulated. Amen. And I want you to take this prayer loud and clear. Take it loud and clear. My destiny will not be manipulated.
Amen.
There's a man to pray.
There is a God to answer.
Somebody say, my Father, my Father.
My Father, my Father.
I can hear you, my Father, my Father.
Mon Père, mon Père.
As I begin to pray,
Pendant que je prie,
in the name of Jesus,
dans le nom de Jésus,
my destiny will not be manipulated. 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 Open your mouth and fire prayers in the name of Jesus. Father, as I begin to pray, my destiny will not be manipulated. My destiny will not be
Manto
In Jesus' name.